Hello, everybody, and welcome to Say Yes with Sharita. Here at Say Yes, my motto is if you say yes to the Lord, He will say yes to you. Today, I am coming in with Wellness Wednesday, the first Wellness Wednesday of the new year of 2022. Of 2022, the first Wellness Wednesday of 2022. So, as I embark on this journey for 2022, I'm just going to do a little bit of share. I don't do a whole lot of talking about myself, not a whole lot, but I have been diligently working on getting my bike together because with new variants going on in the world, nobody really wants to go in the gym and then sweat or perspire during the winter months and then have to go back outside with open pores sweating. So I'm working on getting my a little workout area at home so that I can get myself more physically fit and more well. So, one thing that I'd like to share, I picked up a little vitamin B to add and to incorporate so that I can get some natural energy and things of that nature. Um, Also, turmeric. I've been cooking with turmeric. I am going back to uh, different eating habit and different lifestyle for the next 30 to 90 days. And so that's going to actually, I'm going to be a week behind the group of folks that I'm doing it with, but that's okay because I used a little bit of turkey in some my vegetables that I cooked and prepared. So I'm going to meal prep those out for the rest of the week. And I'm going to get into my Wellness Wednesday tip of the week. My Wellness Wednesday tip of the week. First of all, I want to share the cup that I'm drinking says dream it, do it. Dream it, do it. So this is my coffee cup, my tea cup, because I am back on my CMOS journey. CMOS has so many different positive benefits. I will talk about CMOS another week out of this month, but today I'm going to talk about 14 herbs that lower blood sugar. But before I do that, I would like to share. Um, I was going through a raggedy notebook that I have, and as a person that writes, I have, just random notes and just random thoughts. And when I say this book is raggedy, I mean like it is falling apart. And I literally found these papers down in the pocket of the folder. But I was doing a Bible study and I was tracing back the plagues through the Old Testament into the New Testament. And I will do an episode of Say Yes regarding the plagues because um, sin at a high magnitude brings forth um, different consequences, and plagues is sometimes one of the consequences. But this is not a Say Yes Bible study. Today is about health and wellness because God wishes that we will prosper and be in good health even as our soul prospers. So, I take time on Wednesdays to share wellness tips. Now, I always like to share with individuals because I don't take credit for myself. I am not a medical professional, but many years ago, a member of my family, someone that I know, was diabetic, and they were delivered from diabetes and insulin through the works of a doctor by the name of Terry King Bay. He was the first introduction into homeopathic remedies. So this is near and dear to my heart as it had effects on somebody that I know. So today, before I get into the amazing herbs that help to lower your blood sugar, I would like to share with you some other health tips regarding some different things that we can do naturally to help boost our a combination of immunity, as well as we're battling COVID, and COVID is plague of sorts that has mutated from one variant to the next variant. So a lot of people will use things such as Mucinex, different cough syrups that are DM, like Robitussin DM. They also have allergy medicines that have some good benefits in it, like Benadryl. Benadryls they work well for congestion. Um, so those are the over the counter things that people are using, Mucinex, Robitussin DM, as well as Benadryl for different things as pertaining to maintaining their health during the cold and flu season, especially with the different variants of COVID that are raging rampant around the world. So, if I was the nation's auntie, which, um, if I was the nation's auntie, or if I were the president of the United States, all I'm going to say is that if I were in Donald's shoes, I probably would have had to shut off import exports, and I would have had to shut down certain things, because I was raised in the type of household where we don't let everybody into our house, okay? Especially, individuals that we know might have certain issues. So, when people started dropping dead elsewhere, we should have shut down certain things by force until it was under control. So, because you've got to always protect the house. Or in checkers, what is it? The queen, okay? The queen. So Auntie Rita, if if I were the nation's auntie, uh, which is like the presidential seat, you got to be parental, you've got to be nurturing, and you've got to be mindful of certain things. So I just had to get that disclaimer out of the way, because growing up, we just didn't let everybody into our houses, okay? And the same thing with our country. We've got to be careful about who we are letting in. And we have been too open and too free hearted. And sometimes being open and free hearted has consequences. So, on another note, let's get into expectorants and chest expectorants. Now, chest expectorants are things that aid with congestion and mucus relief. So, I'm going to give you guys a few natural remedies or natural herbs that can be used. First of all, one expectorant is moisture. The second is hydration, then honey. Honey is not just and you have has multiple properties for as an expectorant, but it is also known as nature's antibiotic. So it is good to consume honey. It is good to consume honey. It is good to consume honey. I am drinking right now some mint peach tea with sea moss and honey in it. And the mint tea is amazing. The mint tea is amazing. It just opens up your whole insides and makes you feel very renewed and rejuvenated. So, as an expectorant, we can use honey, and peppermint is also an expectorant. And then it says ivy leaf. So I probably wouldn't use ivy leaf personally, but ivy leaf is at the bottom of the list. As a chest expectorant, a chest expectorant to get mucus and inflammation and heaviness off of your chest. It is good to drink a licorice root tea. Licorice root tea as a chest expectorant, sage tea, horehound, eucalyptus, cayenne, and garlic. So I have seen many people use the honey and the cayenne, and they have mixed the honey and the cayenne together, and that has been working wonders for a lot of people who have certain respiratory issues. Now, I do have a lot of my pages that are um, missing because when the beginning of the pandemic started, I just literally wrote different herbs down that aided with, with respiratory issues and things of that nature. Like golden seal is for, it soothes the mucous membrane. It's for respiratory sinusitis, antibacterial, and it is an immunity booster. So I also have echinacea. It boosts immunity. It is an anti-inflammatory. It fights infections. It's good for cold and flu, as well as upper respiratory infection and sinusitis. Okay, red clover is also beneficial for that's for hypertension because it boosts the immunity system, prevents infection, and it detoxifies the body. Burdock root, it fights infections, it's immunity boost, and it gives you immunity support. Peppermint leaf is a natural remedy for colds and flus, and it also kills bacteria and virus, and it treats respiratory problems as well as seasonal fevers and hay fevers. So, we have bayberry is good for inflammation, infection, decongestant, sinusitis. Cayenne is good for sinus, congestion, sinusitis, as well as cold and flu. So, honey. It has so many different beneficial um, properties when it comes down to cold and flu. So I also have a little notation because I do with my tea as well. I have grated ginger in my tea as well as freshly squeezed lemon. So I use ginger root in conjunction with all of that, and I just drink that. I drink it for multiple different reasons, and part of it is that I actually like the taste of the concoction that I have here, but I've always been a tea drinker. So if you open up my cabinets, um, you will see uh, different brands, different flavors, and since the '90s, I've been tea and ginseng girl from the hair industry. Okay, so. Um, this combination, actually, I have written down, it says that it breaks up phlegm, cayenne pepper, honey, ginger, and lemon. So I have this written down, and I wrote these things down back in 2020 during the pandemic. I was sitting at home, and in between editing and doing business for publishing. Um, A Season of Blessings, which is my debut project as an author, as well as A Season of Blessings, as well as Watch God, which is my sophomore project. So I'm working on, my next few projects, and today, I'm just going to talk about this as I close out very quickly. I'm just going to name the herbs, and on next week, I will go into detail about how to lower the blood sugar. How to lower the blood sugar. So each week, I'm going to actually take the herbs, and I'm going to rewrite this and actually type it out. So each week I will be giving a little bit of information on natural remedies because there's a lot of people that may be allergic to antibiotics, such as penicillin, or they may have allergic reactions to medications that are given via prescription. So I am not a medical professional, but just throughout the years through dealing with homeopathic homeopathic remedies and dealing with Mr. King Bay, Mr. Doctor Terry King Bay, with dealing with him as a homeopathic specialist, I have seen him do some amazing things, some extremely amazing things uh, with herbs. Okay, I do not share often about a situation that I had during a stressful moment of my life, and I will give that testimony about how he relieved my hypertension. You know, the doctor was ready to hospitalize me, and he literally said, "Go and get these herbs." And I went to Whole Foods. I picked up the herbs that he's told me to purchase, and my hypertension was just relieved for that semester of school because nobody knows the trouble that I was dealing with. So, 14 of the best herbs to lower your blood sugar. The first one is called Gymnia sylvestri. And once again, just like I said, I will discuss in detail um, next week the different components of different herbs for reducing the blood sugar. Cinnamon aids in reducing blood sugar. Cloves also help in reducing blood sugar. Okay. Rosemary. Now, rosemary is an amazing thing, and I will talk about rosemary on another week because rosemary has some very positive benefits for me throughout my life. So, and that will be a week where I will literally I need to get my hair blown out because my natural hair is extremely curly, and I just need to get the right person to give me my blowout and a nice roller set or a wrap, and then I will explain in detail the components of rosemary. But rosemary balances your blood sugar. Rosemary lowers your blood sugar. Oregano. Oregano aids in lowering the blood sugar. Sage also aids in lowering the blood sugar. Curry leaves aid in lowering the blood sugar. Garlic. Garlic aids in lowering the blood sugar. Ginger aids in lowering the blood sugar. Turmeric aids in lowering the blood sugar. Cayenne, cayenne peppers aid in lowering your blood sugar. Marjoram, Marjoram, it aids in lowering the blood sugar. Fenugreek, Fenugreek, it aids in lowering the blood sugar. Ginseng aids in lowering the blood sugar. Okay, so next week I'm going to talk less about the herbs, and I'm actually going to take time to break this down, and I'm going to do a special on respiratory health and herbs. And 2022, I am going to have Terry King Bay on Say Yes with Sharita on multiple different platforms so that he can talk about health and he can talk about wellness, and he can give you accounts to multiple testimonies outside of myself and a few people that I knew or have met through him, that have been delivered from different things. So I am going to end today, but God wishes that we will prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prospers. So let us get ourselves together with our respiratory health. You know, I have these little raggedy pieces of paper, and I'm going to get those typed up. And I do have a tea queen that is on my page. So you can feel free to, I have to talk to her before I put her name out there on my platform. But if you are interested in herbal teas, I do know someone that purchases the different herbs and will get them together to create you a nice blend of teas. So if you are interested in that, please reach out to me. You can email me at say yes with Sharita at AOL.com. You can email me at say yes with Sharita at AOL.com, or you can reach me at 1-833-7 say yes, 1-833-7 say yes. And I will do my best to respond, although that it is kind of difficult. But the seven, the 14, not, excuse me, the 14 amazing herbs that lower blood sugar. So next week, I'm going to talk about the common ones. I'm going to just extract the common ones that people are acclimated and adjusted to, and the common ones where you can just go to a Giant Eagle or your local grocery stores or your Whole Foods, your Trader Joe's, whatever major grocery store chains that you have in your city, so that you can go to and that you can obtain some herbs and some spices. And just like I said, if you are interested in a mix or a blend of tea, you can reach out to me. As far as sea moss goes, I make my own sea moss. You know, I just order it, and I do know somebody also that makes sea moss, so I don't know if they're still shipping off sea moss, but I do know someone that does the sea moss as well. So I'm going to conclude today. And just like I said, we've got to learn to protect the house. Okay. And when we protect the house, we are protecting ourselves. And when we are protecting ourselves, we are blessing ourselves. And when we are blessing ourselves, then we are well. And when we are well, we can be in good health. And when we are well and in good health, then we can prosper and be of good success. Okay. So, like my whole little rant about, you know, the auntie, because I call myself sometimes the urban auntie because, you know, young people in the street, you know, like sometimes when young people are panhandling or whatever, if they want my money, they have to listen to a short message from me of encouragement and edification and to bless their soul. So if they want to get blessed with my dollar or whatever they are asking from, sometimes they have to listen to me for a few minutes. So that's all about just showing love. It's all about caring. It's all about being parental. It's all about being nurturing. And it's all about love. Okay. The greatest commandment that Jesus left us with is that we love God, which is in heaven, and that we love ourselves as well as our neighbors, families, and friends. Okay. But self care is very essential. Self care is very, very essential. So that's what Wellness Wednesday is all about. It's about being well. It's about being well. So when it says be hydrated, when it says being hydrated, that means get your water in, you guys. Hallelujah, somebody. Get your water in, you guys. Okay? So turn up. Hallelujah, somebody. Turn up. So turn up with a little bit of water. Turn up with a little bit of tea and some natural herbs to heal, to bless, and to just restore and to reset your, it's called your microbiome, but if you reset that thing, oh my God, your metabolism and everything will just be amazing. So, as I close out today, this segment of Wellness Wednesday, I'm going to conclude with saying, remember, if you say yes to the Lord, He will say yes to you. And remember that there's a blessing on the other side of your yes. So I pray that all is well. And remember that God wants us to be well. He wants us to be prosper and to be in good health, even as our soul prospers. So be well, be blessed, and have an amazing day.